feel like I need a wider pillow at some point. I feel like all the fluff has gone out of this one. I'm gonna fold this one up.
We can get you more pillows and stuff. Mike was sitting like this the other day. I'm like, Mike, you need to move a little closer. He's like, okay, cool. Like, Mike, move up, man. He's like, oh yeah, my bad. Put pillows behind your back, please. Like,
you need to buy like an Aaron body pillow and just put it behind him. It's like, this is gonna keep you forward.
Aaron, you hear that? We're buying a body pillow so Mike and I can sit on you on the couch. A body pillow actually wouldn't be bad on this couch. Everyone in the comments, link us some body pillows we need to buy for this couch.
Either that or we'll make our own body pillows.
Yeah, or we'll find someone who sells them. But also I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments. And we are back.
And I had a little snack. I'm still hungry, but...
You had some hummus and stuff?
Hummus with a little bit of chicken, a little bit of...
A hangry Sam is not a good Sam.
Hangry Sam's not a good Sam. And
you don't want to deal with a hangry Sam.
No, hangry Sam's not fun.
Is that giraffe? Oh, it's a tapir!
So I went out sketching the other day.
Yeah.
It's funny, we were talking about weeds. Unfortunately, so we went out sketching. There was about 8 of us that went out. But we were gonna do a little car drop off with one of my buddies. Ironically, also named Chris.
Yeah. All the cool kids are.
All the cool kids are. 2 people in that group are both called Chris. And one of my bosses for freelancing is called Chris. And someone I worked with over the summer is also called Chris. And
like I said, all the cool kids.
I also grew up on.
Oh shit!
I grew up with a kid named Chris before I met Chris in high school, so I know a lot of Chris's. But anyways, I did a drop off with Chris, and he left his car at Chris's house, but not to be confused with the Chris who was in the car. That was a different Chris. So I'm gonna call one Mag and I'm gonna call one CB. So I picked up, Mag dropped off his car at CB's house. And then by doing that, we ended up going to a graveyard over around here to do some drawing, but it was one of the minier graveyards just as a warm-up point before we go to a bigger graveyard.
Is it typically normal for you guys to go to graveyards?
We go there every now and then, yeah. There's some really cool stuff around here.
Is that considered to be like kosher? For graveyards?
These are abandoned graveyards.
Abandoned graveyards.
I mean, like they're still watched, but they're not really maintained.
Look at the gators in the
yeah, gators are having a good time. They don't really care that we're there.
Okay.
The groundskeepers are hardly ever there too either. It's all open to the public as well.
I get you.
So we're not being defacing.
You're not being
teenagers
or anything like that.
Teenagers that come and drink all the time and break shit up. So the city isn't very...
Comparatively, the city's like, oh, no.
A bunch of artists coming up there and just drawing scenery and being very respectful.
It could be pretty bad. You think about it.
There's like a nicer graveyard that's like maintained down below, and then there's like a bigger graveyard that no one really goes to. But there was another one that we went to just because someone needed to be picked up from the train station. So we did one in between.
Yeah.
So after I dropped the guy off, and I picked the guy up, go to the first graveyard, we get there, and then immediately, unfortunately, someone that has their dog with them sniffs up a little bird and gets jammed up in their nose.
Poor puppy.
So right at the beginning of the event, 2 of them have to just go off and then spend the whole day.
One of your drawing buddies?
Yeah, one of my drawing buddies who he has like an emotional support dog, and he brings it with him.
Yeah.
And it immediately got something in its nose, so it had to go to the vet, and the other person went with them. So the entire day just started off on a weird tangent for like that entire moment. When you brought up weeds, that's what I immediately thought of.
No, that makes sense. Our dogs were fucking sniffing and doing like that pshoo, 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 and we had to keep constantly looking up the nose like, is everything okay?
It's hard to get that out because it was so far up there. They had to take it to the vet and sedate the dog. So when the dog finally came back, it was just drugged out the entire rest of the day, just like.
That's nuts. I didn't know I didn't know it could be that bad.
Yeah, well, because it was so jammed up there, they drugged it up so they'd be able to.
That quickly, huh?
It wasn't super.
Holy shit! Yeah.
So we started out sketching there around 10 in the morning, something like that. We got there like 10, 20, 10:30, and they didn't come back and join us till around like 2:30. So,
dang, dude,
they missed out most of the day, which was a bit of a bummer because one of them came from SF and the other came from I think Oakland.
Quite a bit of a drive.
They took.
I mean, for where you were,
they took the BART to get
where you
there.
were sketching at. So
yeah,
I mean, like, it's definitely not something you want to like deal with.
They made the effort to come out there immediately dealing with that. And my buddy who holds the events was like bummed out. It's like, yeah, man, that sucks. But unfortunately, when you own a dog and you bring a dog with you to events, and those things can kind of happen sometimes.
They can.
And it blows, and no one wants that to happen because no one wants to see a dog get hurt like that.
No one wants to see a pupper get pushed in the face.
Yeah, but
That sucks.
But
So
the rest of the day was cool though.
You're talking about weeds and stuff. You're doing watercolors and stuff, right?
Yeah, I've been messing around with watercolors and just trying to get a new medium under control. I'm gonna try and fill out that sketchbook because I've had it for about 2 years now, but I never really have done anything with it.
Yeah.
The only watercolors I did before that was I did a piece for my teaching test. I had to pass the C-set, and they needed 3 different examples of 3 different mediums. So I took a picture of my sculpture from college, and I did a watercolor study, and then I did a digital illustration.
That's pretty tight.
And submitted that as my stuff. And watercolor's fun. I'm having a good time with it. I've kind of mastered sketching. I mean, I'm not perfect. There's obviously ways to improve, but consistently in the group, I sketch faster and sketch more than everybody there. Only my buddy CB he's the only one who's able to keep up with me.
Is it is there a contest
it's
side
a friendly
of things,
it's just a friendly competition, but we're just naturally fast sketchers. So he does a workshop because he's a teacher as well, older than me. He was my teacher back in college. That's a newt?
That's an axolotl.
Axolotl?
It's kind of like a newt. I think it's the base level of newt.
I could draw it. I know what it looks like, but yeah. But yeah.
That's pretty chill.
So he would hold quick studies, which is like an event where a model would be up there and you do like 2 minute to 1 minute to 3 minute sketches and do that for about 3 hours. And since I have an animation background, I'm used to sketching fast. But most artists are pretty methodical and they take longer to get their sketches up, but we're really quick.
Okay. So it makes sense.
I've gotten to the point where if we go to a sketch event, I can draw like 8 pages to like 12 pages. Like, I get that shit out where some people get like 3 or 4 pages.
I happen to get 17,000 pages off.
And he keeps up with me too. But it's one of those things like, okay, cool. I've kind of got sketching down at these events really well. Then I switched to pen and marker. But I've been doing so much of that with like Copics and whatnot.
Yeah, you decided to move to watercolor.
Yeah, I just decided to move to watercolor, change things up a bit. Up a little.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think once I finish that book, then I'll move to gouache and try and do that because I just want to.
What is gouache?
Gouache is just it's another paint.
Is that
it's not acrylic.
Is that what I always think is like pronounced gouache?
Yes, because I didn't know how to pronounce it either. I would say gouache.
Yeah.
Or like what gouache? And they're like, it's gouache. I'm like, I'm just now starting.
Oh no, it's a trap.
But according to my friends, it's even easier than watercolor. And I'm not looking to master watercolor, just like I don't think I'm a master at sketching, but I think I've gotten as much as I can out of sketching for now.
I get you.
So switching to watercolor, it's like, okay, cool. How many watercolor pieces can I do? How many vignettes can I do within a sketch session? And I think yesterday I tapped out about 8 little vignettes. I can do about 4 pages. That's pretty tight. Yeah, so I'm feeling it. I'm digging.
I'm liking the watercolors that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, the way that they look, and I'm like, oh man, this is like, it's completely different from how Sam normally does his stuff.
Right. There we go. That's one reason why I like it too. It's such a different.
It's a different medium.
Yeah.
It allows you to venture out different ways.
Watercolor in nature is a very loose format, so it's fun for that. It makes me think of just directly of shapes, and I'm not looking to do super finished pieces because that's not what I'm trying to get out of it.
I always assume watercolors were more of like a not a rushed piece, but like you can tell when someone spent a lot of time on watercolor, and you can tell when somebody was just like
doing quick stuff.
I'm doing like a study piece where I'm time based. Because
I'm doing watercolor with a little bit of mix and ink, and some people just do. Like Dustin Nugent, who does comics for DC, he does like Little Gotham. He does watercolors for his stuff, but doesn't mix that with ink. So watercolor is a very open medium. Like you can do it very loose, or you can do it very tight. I don't think I'd ever want to do really tight watercolor illustrations. I have before, like when I did the piece. It is because it's a very uncontrollable medium. Like you can control it, but. Even when like you're super tight with watercolors, it's not the same level of tightness you'd get with an inked piece.
Okay.
It's still going to feel like it's one of those things like if I zoom out, it looks tight, but if I zoom in, it's still kind of impressionistic.
Okay.
It's not like gouache where gouache is more like oil painting and acrylics.
Because it's definitely pronounced wash.
Yeah, that's what all my art buddies were telling me.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume my 2 art teacher
I have no
buddies.
idea. I was
had no
like
idea.
gouch or gouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a spider.
Spiderman.
That's what it is.
Harvey even.
I guess there'd be a lot of spiders in Florida.
Harvey Spiderman. Yeah, they all come over from...
There's a spider that's in my shower that I can't seem to kill, so I've just kind of given up.
Don't kill him, man. Let him stay alive.
I'm just letting him chill out.
Just share the space with him.
He stays in my windowsill, so I just said, all right, fine, man. That's your space. If you venture
That's
out,
your space, yeah.
that's your space. You're not bugging
That's-
my stuff.
That's what I do with spiders in my shower, too.
He's just hanging out in that corner. I've tried to kill him 3 times, and every time he evades, I'm like, you know what? You deserve to live.
He evades?
He evades. I've tried to squish him, and he just
You
gets
make
stuck
it sound
in
like
the
he's like a
crack.
ninja spider.
He is a ninja spider, and I kind of respect that. But he's staying in his corner, so I'm going, okay, man. If you take care of the flies, I don't mind if you're webbing up a little bit of like the empty bottles on my windowsill.
Webbing up.
Like, all right, man, you do you. As long as you're staying away from me and not biting me. And he's not a big spider. He's like the size. He's smaller than a dime,
Okay.
or she's smaller than a dime. So it's not a poisonous spider.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I mean, it could be a poisonous spider. What if he's poisonous and tiny?
It could
He's
be.
got a
but
lot of bang for his buck.
It's not a black widow, so
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. And he's keeping his distance.
that's good. I let spiders hang out in my shower too, but only when they're being good boys.
Well, I have a rule with spiders. If I see you, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you're out of reach, you might not be dead. But if you're in my room, I'll find a way to kill you.
Yeah, I let spiders happen where
Because you bastards
if they
are
hang outside of the reach, then I'm like, yeah, you get to survive, and then you get to hang out and take care of bugs and grow bigger and procreate. That's totally fine. We can do that all day long. But in the
Well,
meantime,
if spiders in my room, I know they're gonna be perverts and they're gonna crawl up my
they're gonna be
They're
perverts.
gonna crawl up my boxer shorts and bite me on the ass.
Get out of my boxers!
I don't
You
want
pervert spiders!
you pervert spiders can stay away from me. I don't want you in there.
Oh,
Get
buddy.
away.
Oh, buddy.
Get away
buddy.
from my nether regions. I don't want you there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want big boy spiders trying to touch your jangly bits. That's all bad. If you give them once and they're allowed, then from there on, they're just gonna be like, oh, so I get to just do whatever I want at any point in time, right?
Yeah.
Let me see what that dick's all about. And they're gonna be like, oh, let me put all these like 8-legged legs up all up on
Oh,
it. You're gonna be
God,
like,
no.
no, please don't. Whatever you do, spiders. Oh wait,
Unless
what?
maybe
Why
it's-
can't I attack?
Unless it's half woman on top, but even then it's scary. I don't think I want that arachnophobia dream.
Half woman on top.
I don't know, man.
Oh God!
I mean, if mermaids exist, there's probably like half spider females. Someone's probably done that. The internet's a scary place.
The internet's done a ton of that, trust me. Oh God! Oh God! Yeah, the internet's done that definitely. Aha! Oh,
Take him out, take him out, take him out.
I'm trying. Like the ooh!
16 left, but
The,
they're all like at 1 health.
Yeah, they are. The what do you call them? The little spindly boys, the little bits that
Yeah.
you attack with. They disappear after a little while, so you don't know when they're gonna go down. And when they do, it's like, oh shit! Now I'm in the
DJ
middle
Atomic is about to go atomic.
of. Ooh!
Bam!
Goodbye, Diamond Festival.
Good thing you're.
Once it disappears, the you kind of didn't expect it. Now you're in the middle of a
ADS
riot.
keeps giving me flashbacks when I used to raid in 14. That was the first boss you fight in Bahamut.
ADS?
Yeah, the
Is it
big.
an aim down sight?
Remember the big orb thing that does electrocution everywhere? Vaguely? It was like the first mini boss before you fight the giant snakes.
Oh yes,
And
yes
you had
I
to
do.
silence it, otherwise.
The two snakes they have to kill at the same time or whatever, or at least kill
Yeah.
within a certain amount. Yeah,
And 2 of those big, like, glowing orbs are come and try and beat the crap out of you in order to not let you through.
I get ya. Are we going to the moon now to Riot?
I don't know.
This is Riot 1. We've landed on the moon. We're going to be taking down all riots from here on out. Captain Sparkle's out.
Captain Sparkles, Captain Bug Prince. I don't.
Bug Prince? That might be it with those eyes.
Gas masks look like something I designed. I mean, those are gas masks.
They're gas masks,
They're
yeah.
obviously, but we had a rat character for Sly Cooper 4, and I didn't design him, but I was in charge of
Character
doing
cleanup and stuff?
we would get the sketches from the other studio or like the filled out versions, and I had to translate that from a painting to a vectored character design.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was in charge of doing that cleanup, and then I did all of that for Sly Cooper 4 that they reused. So that was kind of fun.
That's pretty tight. And he had a gas mask style thing.
Yeah, that character was a lot of fun to do. That was one of my main jobs when I was working on Sly Cooper 4 was we would get the paintings from Sanzaru. And it'd be one of my jobs to be the cleanup guy because I wasn't much of an animator back then. Like I'd taken animation classes, but I didn't know how to animate in Flash. Now it seems super simple. It's really not that complicated.
Yeah.
It's just time consuming, which is why I don't do more of it.
Makes sense though.
Yeah. I guess you have to, yeah.
Oh, boys, get back!
That's one of the frustrating things. Like, oh, cool, I'm behind the thing. Oh no, the rest of the guys.
It's to get more guys. So I think you have to sacrifice some of them.
You like we said, you like dual stick games, so this is definitely your bag. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is much more me.
It's like Crypt of the Necrodancer. We had you started on that, and
it's like,
you were not enjoying it.
No, thank you, sir.
And then I switched to it, and I had a blast.
Yep. Boom!
And they're out of there.
Run, boys! Run quickly!
But yeah, I think I'm gonna need to fill out 2 of those watercolor sketchbooks because they're not too big because the paper has to be so thick.
Yeah.
I'm actually going out sketching again tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Both me and my buddy are off.
With the weather being the way it is, take advantage of it now as best you can.
Well, it's also we both go back to work fairly soon. I go back in about 14 days.
Yeah. So you're like, I'm ready to just hang out and do what I can.
We're going to Sacramento next week, and we're going, I don't know where. It's just, we're going to have a small crew tomorrow and just go scouting for different places. Because every now and then...
Yeah, I get you.
When we're looking for new places to bring a big group, usually we'll take like a small crew of like 2 people.
Yeah.
2, 3 people, and just go figure it out.
I was hoping that would get through the laser so I could turn them off, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Color design's really good in this, though. Music's really solid.
I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot, man. Like, just because you might not have liked it. If you survived
my rants, hopefully you're enjoying it more now, because I'm enjoying it way more now.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's just the deciding factor of, like, which games are we going to decide to play on. I thought this would be cute enough to be like, oh, Sam doesn't like all the twin stick stuff. Like, maybe he'll enjoy this, you know? Maybe this might... I thought maybe it would be like Gato Roboto with Mike and Metroidvanias. Where it was like, Mike doesn't play any Metroidvania. I was like, maybe this would be a good introduction to that for him.
Well, you never know until, that's what we thought with Salt and Sanctuary. I thought it was funny that, Min?
Yeah, Min just recently posted
started watching. I was like, oh, you might want to stop watching at a certain point because it gets bad. If you like me being enraged and grumpy and salty, then yeah, watch Salt and Sanctuary, guys. If you like seeing Sam just be mad the entire time.
It's different. If you're being mad with the intention of full completion, or if you're just being mad like, this game fucking sucks, then it's definitely like, why would I ever want to watch that?
By the end of it, I'm not a very happy camper, and that's why we end up stopping that game.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's like around episode... God, what was that, only like 20 episodes?
God, I don't even remember.
One of our fans really wanted us to play that game, so I kept sticking with it. He's like, no, we gotta complete it. That was back when we completed everything.
Well, almost everything, yeah, for the most part.
I think at that point we completed everything we'd done, so I wanted to keep that going. But then we learned, yeah, some games are not worth completing if we're not having a good time.
Yeah, if we're not having a good time, you gotta play them through or swap it up, change the system, so you know you can take full advantage of the game that you bought. Presumably, you know, to be able to do stuff. What the hell is going on?
You got 2 guys that are swip swapping around.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were like juking me, and now my characters were like auto going between everything.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Good luck.
God, they are just moving.
Yes, and it's the same guy. He's just going really fast.
Yeah, he is. There we go. We got him. Fuck this building. This is... Whoa, I don't have building strength anymore. I've lost too many people. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. Too many dudes.
Chuck some boats at him.
There we go. Boat time! Oh, I'm out of shit. Help!
Hide in the water. You got some snails.
Give me another one.
Squids.
Throw that shit at him. Take that!
I have earphones. Everyone gets the cool shit.
He just took the fuck off. I love how they fly off screen.
Yeah,
oh,
I really like the kind of blocky nature. Almost better than PS2, but almost PS2-like structures, kind of something you might see on the GameCube.
It's very simplified, right?
Yeah, and it's good.
It's very kind of like, some of it's kind of Crazy Taxi, some of it's kind of just like bright color, silly.
Kind of feels like something back in the day you might see on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like a Dreamcast.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I meant by like Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Because that's more of like the definitive Dreamcast game for me.
For sure.
But absolutely like Dreamcasting.
Dreamcast had what? 4 games? Crazy Tacti, Fish-
Power Stone.
Fish game.
Yeah, that fish game where he talks about
Seaman.
Yeah.
You have Seaman, you have Power Stone, and you have
what the fuck is Moray?
You have
What's
Sonic,
with that head?
Sonic Hedgehog. Yeah.
Sonic.
Sonic Hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic 06. Oh man, yeah, no, I think that was 100% all of the games for the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was a short console. Yes, I know Shenmue existed, guys. Before
nope, did not exist.
As someone's typing out, Shenmue existed too.
Yeah, how dare you guys?
You mean Forklift Simulator?
Forklift Simulator 06. We will see you guys next time. I think that's the end of this week. If you guys want to go see more, share this stuff around so we know you want to see more. Comment back. Let us know on the Discord. Check in the description for the link. Let us know you're liking this game. If you're not liking this game, we'll move on and we'll find something else that you do like.
Yeah.
Next time, guys. Beep, bop, boo.
I think Shenmue was like 03.
Yeah, I only knew Sonic 06. So I was like, well, at least that was a time in the...
But that wasn't on the Dreamcast, though. That was the Xbox 360.
Sonic 06 was on the 360?
Yeah, that was on...
No, I mean, it was on a lot of systems, but...
360 and PS3.
Wasn't that originally...
No. Sonic
What
Adventures?
Sonic Adventures.
Yeah,
That's
Sonic
what I'm
Adventures.
thinking of.